Good afternoon. My name is Eric Olson. Today I'll be presenting Across the State Bank's Security Program Roadmap to our executive leadership team, which outlines our approach to securing our banking infrastructure, customer data, and digital assets. This roadmap builds upon our information security policy and provides a clear implementation strategy to strengthen our security posture over the next 24 months. The agenda. Today's presentation will cover 8 key areas of our security program roadmap. I'll begin with an executive summary detailing the purpose and justification for this initiative. I'll discuss the technological literacy skills needed across our organization, outline specific goals and objectives, address maintenance requirements, and explain how we can integrate industry best practices. I'm also going to cover fundamental security design principles, analyze common security failures, and detail our approach to monitoring and controlling the program structure. The banking sector continues to be a prime target for cyber attacks, with a 15% increase in financial sector breaches in 2024, and an average breach cost of about $4.2 million per incident. For ASB specifically, inadequate security poses 3 critical business risks: potential regulatory penalties under GLBA Sarbanes-Oxley, erosion of customer trust, with research showing 62% of customers would leave their bank after a data breach, and a significant competitive disadvantage in the digital banking landscape. Our analysis shows a 3-to-1 cost differential between prevention and remediation, making a proactive security approach not just prudent but financially sound. Additionally, as we look to expand our international footprint beyond the EU into South America and Asia, a robust security program is essential to enable this business growth. This roadmap represents our strategic investment in ASB's future, not merely an operational cost. Implementing our security program requires specific technological literacy skills across the organization. For our development teams, this means proficiency in secure coding practices for banking applications, with a particular focus on OWASP Top 10 vulnerabilities. Our network teams need advanced knowledge of segmentation principles and secure architecture design as implemented in our ASB internal switch environment. As we leverage more cloud services, hybrid infrastructure knowledge becomes essential, particularly for our identity management systems that span on-prem and cloud environments. We'll develop these skills through role-based training programs tailored to specific job functions, establish clear technical certification pathways for security-focused roles, implement a security champions program to embed expertise within each department, and launch an executive security literacy initiative to ensure leadership can effectively evaluate security investments and risks. These literacy investments are foundational to designing effective information system components within our banking environment. Our security program roadmap is structured around 4 strategic goals: achieving an industry-leading security posture by Q4 of 2026, maintaining 0 customer data breaches throughout this period, ensuring full regulatory compliance with 0 audit findings, and enabling secure digital banking innovation that supports our business growth. To achieve these goals, we developed a phased approach with specific tactical objectives. Phase 1, scheduled for Q2 to Q3 2025, focuses on foundation building through policy formalization, risk assessment, and basic control implementation. Phase 2, from Q4 2025 through Q1 2026, emphasizes control implementation including access management, encryption, and network security controls. Phase 3, during quarters 2 and 3 2026, introduces advanced protection mechanisms like behavioral analytics and threat hunting. Phase 4, beginning in Q4 of 2026, transitions ASB into continuous optimization mode with regular security assessments and control refinement. This structured approach ensures consistent progress while allowing for adaptation to emerging threats. Maintaining an effective security program requires structured processes across four key areas. Our vulnerability management program will include monthly comprehensive scanning of all systems with a 48-hour remediation SLA for critical findings. For example, our recent security scan identified and remediated 67 vulnerabilities. Patch management will operate on a biweekly cycle for critical systems, with emergency patching capabilities for zero-day vulnerabilities. Configuration management will involve quarterly baseline reviews against the CIS benchmarks, as demonstrated in our implementation of Windows Server 2022 security settings. Security architecture will undergo reassessment every 6 months to address emerging threat vectors. To measure effectiveness, we'll implement a comprehensive metrics framework including key performance indicators like mean time to detect and mean time to respond, a security posture scoring system that quantifies our maturity across different domains, a gap analysis framework that identifies improvement areas against industry standards, and a regulatory compliance dashboard providing real-time visibility into our compliance status. These maintenance and measurement approaches ensure our systems perform efficiently while maintaining strong security posture. Our security program integrates established frameworks to create a comprehensive approach. We'll use NIST Cybersecurity Framework as our core structure, organizing activities across the identify, protect, detect, respond, and recover functions. ISO 27001 will guide our risk management methodology with particular focus on the financial sectors. CIS controls will provide technical implementation guidance for our servers, as we've already begun with our domain controller security settings. COBIT will ensure alignment between our security governance and overall IT governance. To operationalize these frameworks, we'll implement key technologies including an extended detection and response platform for threat detection across endpoints, network, and cloud environments, a security information and event management system for centralized log collection and analysis, an advanced identity and access management solution supporting our multi-factor authentication requirements, a cloud access security broker to secure cloud services, and automated vulnerability management to continuously assess our security posture. This integration of frameworks and technologies creates a cohesive security ecosystem that adapts to our banking environment's specific needs. Our security program implements 5 core design principles that work together to create systems worthy of trust. Defense in depth provides multiple protection layers as demonstrated in our network segmentation and IPsec implementation. Least privilege ensures users have only the minimum access required for their role, as implemented in our group policy for domain controllers. Separation of duties enforces transaction controls essential for banking operations. Separation of duties enforces transaction controls essential for banking operations, preventing any single individual from controlling an entire high-value process. Secure by default implementations include hardened configurations based on the CIS benchmarks. Fail secure mechanisms ensure systems default to a secure state when failures occur. These principles interrelate through what we call the principal reinforcement matrix, where the controls supporting one principle often strengthen the others. For example, our implementation of strong authentication supports both least privilege and defense in depth. Our complementary protection model ensures that different types of controls, whether it be preventative, detective, or corrective, work together across all principles. We've created a risk coverage mapping that visualizes how these principles address specific threat vectors in our environment. This approach ensures that no single point of failure can compromise our overall security posture. Analysis of security incidents across the banking industry reveals 4 common failure patterns. Authentication bypasses often result from multi-factor authentication implementation flaws, violating the defense in depth principle by allowing credential theft to compromise accounts. Authorization vulnerabilities create privilege escalation paths, violating least privilege by allowing users to access unauthorized resources. Cryptographic weaknesses frequently stem from legacy protocol usage, undermining secure by default principles by relying on outdated algorithms like those we've addressed in our Kerberos configuration. Security misconfiguration, particularly unnecessary services, violates the principle of reducing the attack surface. We've mapped these failures to the specific design principles they violate, creating a clear connection between real-world threats and our security architecture. This analysis informs our remediation priorities, focusing first on failures with the highest potential impact on customer data and transaction integrity. Our control enhancement strategy addresses both technical controls and procedural safeguards, recognizing that many failures result from a combination of technical and human factors. By understanding these common failures, we can proactively strengthen our defense against them. Our approach to monitoring and controlling the security program structure consists of both continuous monitoring and formal control mechanisms. We'll establish a real-time security operations center with 24/7 monitoring capability. Implement automated control validation to continuously verify security settings. Develop a compliance monitoring system program aligned with GLBA and other banking regulations. And integrate threat intelligence to proactively identify emerging risks. From a control perspective, we'll institute quarterly executive security reviews with defined metrics and improved targets, implement automated policy enforcement through our group policy infrastructure, conduct independent security assessments by third parties, and run regular incident response simulations to test our resilience. This comprehensive monitoring control structure ensures that our security program remains effective and continues to evolve with changing threats and business needs. The steps are logical, measurable, and designed to provide both operational visibility and strategic oversight. This security program roadmap presents an in-depth strategy to strengthen ASB's security posture while establishing our business objectives. Our implementation timeline begins immediately with Phase 1 activities and progresses through our 4-phase approach over the next 24 months. Resource requirements include both technology investments and specialized personnel, with a positive return on investment expected within 18 months through reduced incident costs and operational efficiency. Critical success factors include executive sponsorship, cross-functional collaboration, and consistent funding throughout the implementation period. Key stakeholders from IT, risk management, operations, and business units will have specific responsibilities in supporting this initiative. I welcome any questions about any aspect of the roadmap and look forward to all the support as we enhance the security of Across the State Bank. Thank you.